What am I supposed to say to this? This isn't me forgetting how to open a video. This is me just really. I'm running out of ways to say this game to say this team is underperforming. Bruins lose 2-0 to the Vancouver Canucks, getting shut out for I think the 4th or 5th time this season. Hey, it was the 4th time. Look at me go. All right. What are we talking about here? Bruins lose 2-0 to basically Bruins light. Welcome back down into the den, everybody. First of all, like, comment, and subscribe. This one's gonna suck. Mainly because the game-winning goal came off of the stick of former Bruin, one of my favorite Bruins of all time, Jake DeBrusk. And yes, I did say of all time. I genuinely like Jake DeBrusk that much. And I'm not upset that the Bruins let him go. I'm not upset that the Bruins let him go. It felt like the rift between management and player was too much to rebuild at that point. I'm frustrated because, my God, you should be able to get him back. You should have been able to. No. My main frustration is management undercut DeBrusk at every possible step of the way. Hey, legitimately, they hated him so much, and it's so frustrating to see him do everything that he could have with the Bruins for another team. And keep in mind, I love Jake DeBrusk enough to say, like, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, and I'm happy that he actually looks happy. Like, look at him in him in Vancouver compared to in Boston. He looks so much happier there than he ever did here. And maybe it's because Jim Rutherford and Patrick Alvin aren't just completely screwing him over at every step. Jeez. On to the actual game, and there's not really much to analyze. Ultimately, I think that people are gonna look at the shot count and immediately all eyes are gonna go to Swayman. No. The Swayman played well. This the 2 goals that he gave, the 1 goal that he gave up was a goal that honestly a decent amount of goaltenders aren't going to make that save. I'm fine with that goal. Of course, there's the empty netter that I'm just like, screw it. But I'm pissed because this team can't finish. This team can't score on anything. We kept joking about the lack of a net front presence in Toronto for their series against us. Here's the thing: Matthew Nyes knows how to go to the goal, and not just that, he knows how to put pucks on net when he's that close to the goal. The Bruins, as soon as they get anywhere near the crease, it's like trying to solve advanced calculus. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to do anything like that. And I'm not going to rag on them for being slow and uninspiring because ultimately this team has never been fast. Dragging on the Bruins for being slow is like, I don't even know. Ragging on the Bruins for being slow is like ragging on an Amazon employee for working at Amazon. Like, yes, we know that this situation sucks. There's not really much that we can do about it because right now we live in a dystopian hellscape where we are unable to do anything else but this. Everybody from top to bottom, Marchand, Lindholm, freaking Pasternak, Coyle, Frederick. Oh my God, I don't want to talk about Trent Frederick. I love Trent Frederick, but he's having such a bad season so far. He is so unbelievably bad on this team right now. Oh, and look, I can't really. I'm not really going to. You do kind of need to put a decent amount of stock in these games, just because it is a first impression of Joe Sacco, the head coach, on this team. Yes, he's been a head coach in the past, and yes, this is his third game, and yes, this is his first time coaching in a decade. Still, it's first impressions, and you gotta take them seriously. And Sacco, I don't doubt that he's taking it seriously. I just doubt that honestly, just that the team around him, it's not talented enough. It's not talented enough. And I know that hurts to say after two of the most explosive explosive years from this team in decades. This team's just not talented enough. This team does not have the juice. It doesn't have the juice. Yes. And so yes, it does kind of hurt to be scored on by our former first round speedster and our Situate's very own Connor Garland. This team was never going to do it. And honestly, we can say it firmly right now. Curb your expectations. Curb your expectations for the rest of the season. If you haven't already, you need to. Curb your expectations for the rest of the season. The way that the Bruins have failed to make net front presence the cornerstone of their team's identity, in ways that they've made it such in the past 30 some odd years. The way that they've managed to completely fall apart on that, when all of their defensemen are over 6 feet tall, and pretty much their entire forward core is built of big lumbering brutes who are like trees. You don't need. It's befuddling. It is befuddling how this team has completely lost its core identity. Can Joe Sacco find it? I hope so. I don't necessarily know if he's gonna end up being the right man for the job, but I don't know. And honestly, I'm too tired to really keep entertaining that thought. So that's gonna be where I leave it today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the game against the Islanders. Take care.